Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The New Orleans Saints versus Kyler Murray and the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So now here are the Giants backed up to start their first drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team that wins.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's Murray.
One of the advantages of zone defense is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A quick throw complete out to Isabella. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Giants.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
To Andy Isabella.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Now we're first and 10 at the 11.
First down, New York.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Tackle made back at the 13-yard line.
On second and 13. Murray dancing to his left. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown
from 13 yards out. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 carries, 78 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. And got his man complete. And he's got some space here. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive return.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying And this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First down.
Seven, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a handoff looking right. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Throwing now is Murray. He's got his man in stride, complete.
Murray's pass.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with 1 complete.
Murray's pass.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing again, Murray. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 11-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Carry for the running back.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful at getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26-yard
line.
And they give this time to the tailback. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
21.
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, Jackson. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they get him down, but now before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
48-yard line.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They go play action with Jackson. Now he's flushed out right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good tackle.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the 44, Jackson got an open man. It's Washington. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
4-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Max Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they try the right side here. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
First down, Giants.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
And the Giants first down.
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Now a handoff looking right. Open space inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Murray going to fire one out wide. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
At the Saints 2-yard line.
They get this out left, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Andy Isabella, as the first half is winding down, and the Giants are once again going to retake the lead.
The kicker on for the
So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 24-21, the final score. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. 35-17 was the final. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10. at their own 24-yard line.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Murray now on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Dante Fowler showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Again, the ball carrier.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
It's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
Saints 14.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays.
And now look at this. Big game. And who's got it? The Giants. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. And not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Gain of 6.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does. And the best part about that play for him, I I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
First down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
39.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
At the 9-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
On the carry.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you could.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
38-yard line.
Jackson on first down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Jackson will throw again. The try for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. 20.
Jackson's pass intercepted by the Giants.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone?
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kicker on.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Jackson. Man open left side. It's Williams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That's good for only a couple of brings up third down. Back now here on EA Sports.
Saints.
It's It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. This is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And we roll the highlights of the game he's had. You know, when we talk about wide receivers and how you shut them down. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Well, let's see where they turn on third. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now the try here for the point after. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Give them a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Open man is Galladay, complete. 3 yards the game there, second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that
way. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Galladay, but now it's third down. On third down, Jackson. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw again is Jackson. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Being chased out left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. See this one in the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Point after here coming up.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 19-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Completes it to Hardman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
He's got it.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Mecole Hardman. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Left side taken in by Washington. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, Jackson. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. But it's brought in by Washington. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Washington, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
5-yard line.
Throwing again, Jackson. He's caught right at the 10-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One last shot for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
21.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon.